I am live. It says I'm live. And you guys, I cannot see the live chat window. It did this once before, if you recall. And I don't know what to do about it other than start over. So I went live a second early. I'm sorry, I'm going to hang up. I went live a few seconds early because I didn't see the chat window. And so if you're writing anything, I can't see it. So weird. Live chat. Enable live chat. Okay. Well, I'm supposedly live now and I can't see anything. So I'm going to have to, I guess I'm going to have to redo this. I'm trying to change the format and all that stuff, and it's not happening. Okay, I'm gonna, I've got 21 people on, you guys, but I can't see what you're writing. The side for the live chat is completely gray and blank. You know, I could look at it on my phone, but then it's very difficult to try to respond and stuff. So I'm going to start another one, and you guys are just going to have to jump over. But I won't end this until I've got another one going. Okay. So you're going to watch me while I'm doing another one. Let's see. I have no idea why it does that. Let's see if it says I have an excellent connection. Oh, wait, hold it. I was able to, okay, I didn't have to redo it. I went to a different tab and now I can see. Okay, good. Woo, sorry about that. I'm glad you didn't have to jump. Hey, Tony, thank you all for joining. Tony is here from Wales, the beautiful country over there across the pond. Thank you, moderators, Patricia and John. Hello, Rebecca. Nola Borrego. Oh, I see there's a delay. Oh, this is very weird. Okay. I'm looking at a different screen than I'm usually looking at. Hey, Coco. Okay, let me just, while I'm getting used to this, I wanted to just go through a couple of things that, hi, Edwin. Hi, Daryl. Hi, Kathleen. I went a few minutes earlier because it wasn't looking right. And now I've got some sort of strange screen that is delayed. It's very weird. I'm afraid to leave because then I won't be able to see you guys. I'm going to try not to watch myself because it's delayed. I wanted to read. Let's see. I got this wonderful card. I don't know if I ever read this. Probably not, because it's not somebody that was that you know from our live chats or anything, live streams. But this is a beautiful card that I got from this woman I met briefly, you know, just a few times in the apartment complex, my short-lived stay at the apartment complex, which we deemed Rose Alley, because my friend Amy had so many rose plants in the alley, and then I brought in 60 more plants, squeezed them in, and then of course left a few months later and had to kind of decommission all of that. It's been a really tumultuous 2 years, I gotta say. Wow. Anyway, she says, Kaye, wishing you a wonderful new adventure. May you find abundance in all forms. Rose Alley will miss you. I hope that's the case. There are already less birds now that your plants are gone. Diversity. And I am so inspired to plant more edibles and create more space for them to perch. Peace and blessings. And then she said, I didn't write in the card in case I wanted to repurpose this card. And her name is Satbin. Satbin, very interesting, unusual name. And, you know, I love to share the things that people send me. Tonight, of course, you've seen this. Many of you have seen this, but I'm using my mug rug. I always forget what it's called. Isn't that adorable? This is my mug rug. This is Linden, and this was made by Cammie, who was so kind to make that for me. And I hope this mug rug brings a smile. I think it will look great with your mug sitting on it, and I have my mug sitting on it right now. Something else here. Oh, that's a card from her. And then I wanted to, Coco is here. So Coco, I'm going to give you a shout out. Hey, Kathleen. Coco sent me these wonderful squash seeds. I can't wait to, well, first of all, I have to find a place to plant. Even though I have a lot of space, the ground is not prepared. And you can't just expect to throw a squash seed down in a tight lawn and expect something to happen. I have a few of the Late Bloomer Homestead mugs, and I'm not going to ask her to make any more unless they sell. So if anybody wants a Late Bloomer mug, you need to send a $40 within the United States. You need to send a $40 donation to a friend on my PayPal link. Hopefully, Happy can. If it's buffering, I don't know what to say. I know this is a little bit behind, but I have a perfect connection, and I have fiber optics, so this shouldn't be a problem. And let's see. Wait, where's Coco's card? I got it back mixed up. Let's see. Nope. Wait. Aha. Beautiful card. Hi, Kaye. Coco here. Coco Ono here. But my real name is Constance, which I love. Here are the Guatemalan blue squash seeds. I promised you they are delicious and so beautiful to watch grow. I hope you like them. If you've ever tried them before, and I don't think I have. I have tried a blue squash before, but I don't think it was called Guatemalan. The one I had was from Baker Creek. Can't remember the name of it now. Thank you so much for bringing joy to myself and others. Because of you, I have learned patience. Wow, that is something. I'm glad I was helpful along that line. And how to overcome struggles in the garden and through training the mind to take one day at a time, no matter where I am. And that is such a beautiful message for everyone. And if I have managed to inspire you, Coco, or anyone else to do that, I'm very, very humbled and glad. And of course, Debbie, our nonstop 24/7 caregiver, who is so faithful. She sent me a large donation, and remember I was calling for we were going to do a GoFundMe for her so she could take a few days off and raise some money. And then rather than us sending her money, she sent money to me. So I just wanted to acknowledge Debbie. You're an amazing person, and thank God for caregivers. Hi, Kaye. Thank you for all the time you put in for all of us. You make my day. I learned so much. Your community feels like an extended family, and that's like the best thing that anybody could say. God bless you, and that is too, because the community is everything now, especially with all that's going on in the world. I mean, we need to. One second. That's my. Hold on one second. I'm sorry. I'm going to turn that off, that sound off. community is everything right now because we have to rely on each other. And it's been very hard to do that when we've been asked to be separated and socially distanced and all of that sort of thing. Now, I don't know who sent me this. I can't remember, but maybe the person that did will remind me. I have these seeds and I want to plant these. I saw these growing. It says dwarf queenie mixed. I don't know what that's going to mean, but I saw hollyhocks for the first time when I was in Phoenix, I think. These look very different. So at any rate, I want to know, where would you put a flower like this in an insectary? Because, you know, Greg, my big fan Greg, sent me the seeds for the insectary, which I showed you last week. And I'm so excited about these. And what I'm thinking of doing, this is a mix that support, and he got these in Santa Barbara. So of course, flowers out there are a bit different than what you might see over here, but there are some things that I think would work. I started so many flower seeds. Oh, that's awesome, Coco. Oh, wow. I'm gonna get caught up on the comments in a second. I want to have a insectary for butterflies. I mean, have butterflies. Today I saw a black swallowtail, and it came over onto the something. It was over there. Anyway, I've got a lot of amazing stuff in here, and I want to create a whole big space out there and just take, Daryl, can I put your rototiller in the back of my pickup truck and borrow it for a day? I can give you a small rental fee. I'd rather do that than have to buy one. But if I have to trailer it over here, I don't want to do it. But, you know, I have 2 silage tarps. I am behind on editing. I'll just tell everyone I'm behind on editing because so many things have been going on with the tick and the poison ivy and the rain and a lot of stuff. And now I'm like, my back is to the wall because I haven't gotten my taxes done. And so I should be working on that right now. But anyway, I've got a lot to do. But I have 2 silage tarps, which is what I decided to do after Jeff didn't want to use those really big tractors down there. I know I could still get a tractor, but the silage tarp actually might be a better thing. And it might be a speedier thing. So my plan is, we were going to try to roll it out on Saturday. Yesterday, we were going to try to roll it out, and the day kind of got away from us, and I had all this stuff to do. And so it didn't get rolled out. I have 2 tarps. One is 50 by 105, and one is 32 by 100 or something like that. And so the 50 by 100 is going to go down there where we've talked about. And I've got all kinds of plans. You know, I think it will be really cool. I'm going to have a little stand, kind of like half picnic table stand type thing down by the road. And of course, there's places to pull over. So, you know, we'll see if I actually turn up, produce anything. If I do produce something, then it will be an opportunity to interact with people and sell produce or get donated, whatever, you know, we'll see. But the silage tarp, supposedly within 3 weeks, what happens with the silage tarp, if you don't know, is it cuts off all light. So it kills, it begins to kill suffocate and begins to kill the grass. The grass goes, oh my gosh, I'm dying. So I'm going to put out seeds, and it puts out seeds. And then because you're robbing them of the light, the seeds die too. And so within 3 weeks, supposedly you're supposed to be able to peel this thing back and have like soil. it's going to be miraculous if it really works. And of course, I'll be filming that. At that point, I believe that I need to borrow a tractor and just get it turned over. Or at least I've got to figure out a way to plant green manure. I was going to ask if anyone has used green manure, if you have a particular legume mix that you like. If you do, please make a note of it. If you made a note of it underneath this live stream, it would be even better than putting it in the live chat, because I might miss your comment. But I want to cover it, blanket it in green manure in a legume mix. And I'm trying to think. Was it Eric at Double Dog? Are you the one that at one time? No, I think it was Patrick at 1 Yard Revolution. Yes, it was him, and he had recommended a particular legume mix for green manure. And so I've got to investigate that. I've done buckwheat, and I also had a legume mix that I used on my back 40 raised bed in my small front yard garden in California. And so I want to put that down, let that grow up. And then once it is about this tall, I'm going to use I believe you call it a scythe. Is that right? It's the swing blade. You use two hands and you go back and forth and you just cut it down. And I saw this video by this Australian who had done that. He had done the silage tarp. He had grown up the green manure and he was cutting it. And he looked like he was really enjoying himself doing this. And I thought, I really want to do that. So once that gets down, you either, depending on what month it winds up to be, you could turn it in and plant something. I could have some fall vegetables like turnip greens or, something like that. I don't know. Anyway, that's the plan for that. But Jack, our resident meteorologist, just texted me and said that we may have storms tomorrow. So I don't know if it's going to get rolled out tomorrow or not. But there's plenty to do here, if not. My brother was here today, and I was showing him where I was working, and you'll see this in the next video, where I was working over here. We were working, pulling English ivy and trimming some of the cedar over by the shop, and he goes, right by the driveway, he's going, that's poison ivy. That's poison ivy. That's poison. And he's calling up the picture on his phone, and it was it's right there, right where I was pulling English ivy. So we know that that's what happened. So, because the walk that I took with Justin, I didn't touch anything. I had the camera in my hands and I didn't touch anything. So it had to have happened when I was doing all that work. And then you sweat. What happens is you sweat. And the first thing is, I was wearing gloves, and, you sweat and you lift your hair back up off I must have gone like that. And I got it all in here. And then it went on this side and it went around both here and here, where you sweat. And then somehow this thing got all the way down. It was like that big on my shoulder. From there, unfortunately, I treated all and around the wrist, because what you're working and your gloves come to here and then your sleeves come to here. And so I got it around here, and I got a bad one like right there that's trying to get well. But anyway, then that much I could have handled just with natural stuff and just, but I unfortunately was massaging some, for back pain. I was massaging my lower back with some gel, and evidently that oil and that poison ivy, I don't know how little you have to have that spread, but it went everywhere that gel went. It just traveled out like a circulatory system. So anyway, that's interesting. So I'm going to have to somehow eradicate the poison ivy over here. Now I'm going to see if I can get caught up with comments. Let's see. Yeah, I can't till it. It's not going to happen. It's funny, Gina. I just made a note last night. I was transferring, oh, you can't really see behind me, but I had to go through, ever since I've been here for 4.5 months, I haven't organized my office, my files. And so everything has just been piling up in boxes, and I didn't know where my W-2s were. I didn't know where anything was. So I was going through everything yesterday and transferring all these scribbles. And for the longest time, I didn't even have a pad of paper here. And I just, it was so frustrating. And I was writing notes on everything. And I said, check out Haas Tools. But why am I checking out Haas Tools? I don't remember. Mary Hyde is talking about diatomaceous earth, which is great. It's just that you have to reapply it if it rains or if you water. Mary's talking about slugs, ant, lizards. I don't know what that means, but I saw a lizard today. Charmaine is here from Indiana. Beatrice, hello. CJ, front lawn. Let's see. No, I don't, Mary. Should I? Are you having critters? But that's a very good point. I think I'm going to spread some sluggo out of my strawberries. Make myself a note. I didn't go to this much trouble to build up those amazing raised beds and cover them with netting to get them eaten by roly-polies. So that's good. A good reminder. That's wonderful, Coco. Fantastic. Dee is here from Texas Panhandle. Oh, 91. Wow. Hello, Denise. Jennifer. Let's see. Kevin is here from Florida. How's your Georgia place, your North Georgia place working out, Kevin? Edwin, the tick bite is clearing up, and I have so far no, I'm knocking on wood. No, of course, I haven't even had the time to research what Lyme disease symptoms are. But thank you all for all of your comments. I got a great comment from someone, temporarily forgot her name, screenshot her message, but she worked with a Lyme group in New York for years and suffered for years until she found help. And so she sent me this great comment, and I said, please send me an email so we can be in touch. That hasn't happened yet, but I do need to. I need to look up that and make sure that something's not creeping up on me that I'm not, aware of. Yes, it was absolutely beautiful today too, Rebecca, and now it looks like it's trying to rain. Kristen Mahoney is here from Pittsburgh. Thank you so much, Kristen. I really appreciate that. Susie's here from Georgia, Sharon, Ohio, Gina, of course. Let's see. What is the name of your ranch anyway, Edwin? I don't think you've ever mentioned it. Let's see. Oh, it's the Double D, right? The Double D Ranch. You have mentioned that. Let's see. Thank you, Claudia. Now, I just want to put this out one more time. Somebody sent me plants. Your box got thrown away before I took a screenshot, and there was no note in the box that I could find. I don't know what the plants are, and I currently just put them in pots with potting soil, but I would love to hear from you. So please, if you see this, please let me know what you sent me. Let me know what you sent me. Oh, yes. I felt the first little bit of that humidity today, and I thought, oh, I'm not looking forward to that. Debbie, I hope I'm scrolling back, so I don't know exactly where you joined, but I hope you you know that I just gave you a shout out at the beginning. Somebody said scythe. It's a scythe, right, Happy? Okay, so Kevin, I should do iron clay peas. I've never heard of that. Bush beans and then the other one was turnips. Well, what I'd like to do is just buy a big bag that's, you know, that's a mix, and have all of whatever I'm using, have it in there, and not try to like make my own. Well, you know, the thing, I know vetch is fantastic, but you know, vetch really reseeds. So unless you get that turned over before it blooms, I'm just wondering if I would just have, if that would, I don't know. I mean, I guess I would just have to be really careful and get that vetch cut down before it blooms. It's so beautiful when it blooms too, but boy, man, you remember that? I have a vetch video, and that whole parkway was just vetch. I was just climbing through it like it was the jungle. Oh, you know what? I think that I've heard of Organic Peaceful Valley. Eric, Organic Peaceful Valley. Is anybody else planting any kind of a green manure cover crop right now? I mean, I think I have great soil down there, but I just want the green biomass too, you know. I bet it doesn't, Daryl. So what am I going to do? It's right by the driveway. I mean, the minute we do any kind of work over there, I'm going to be, oh my God. Are you kidding, Hillary? But how do you cut it down without getting your clippers contaminated, your gloves contaminated? That's a thing. I don't even want to get near it now. Oh goodness, you wrote so many things down there, Eric. I'm going to have to, let's see. I'm taking notes. Oh, I can't write that fast. Does anybody notice how, you know, after using a computer for 20 years, you can't even write anymore? Can't even read your own writing. It's terrible. Yeah, that stuff all looks good. I really wanted to do buckwheat. I love the buckwheat flowers are beautiful. I don't know if you can mix all that. Thank you, Debbie. Oh no, I think torturing would be much. I can imagine much worse torture than I've been through. Believe me. I was just on a Zoom call with some cousins, and one of my cousins just died from. Oh, it didn't sound pretty. Blood clots. Tracy is here. Sylvia is here. I don't see your message though. Let's see. Oh, it jumped. Yvonne, New York. Carol in Maine. I just ordered some Maine chaga. Is anybody using chaga? Drinking chaga tea? It's supposed to be absolutely loaded with nutrients. And I just, hello, Joshua. I just want to do everything I can to strengthen my immune system. Because, you know, I've had these rounds of antibiotics, and now I've had this rounds of steroid, and oh man, I don't take medicine. So, you know, I go to the doctor, they go, what medications are you on? I go, None. So, hello, Angela from Ashland. Eric, you have what? You have Lyme disease? The mystery plants. Which mystery plants, Daryl? What are we talking about? You're scaring me because I think I saw something today that looked like a kudzu leaf. Were we talking about mystery plants? I'm like confused now. J Red is here from St. Clair, Michigan. You left me a great comment the other day, but with that name, it's so hard for me to remember your real name. I wish everybody just had their real name. I know you don't want to do that. Let's see. Salt water, rub salt into the open rash. Oh my gosh. This looked like it was going to get infected. I was using hydrogen peroxide and an antibiotic and a Band-Aid. Somebody else mentioned a hair dryer. It's pretty wild. Ooh. Susie is building obelisk and planter boxes. Fantastic. What do you do with Epsom salt solution near the garden? I'm confused, Beatrice. What do you mean? Yeah, that's why I'm avoiding vetch. I'm going to avoid vetch. Yes, yes, true, Brian, but not like diatomaceous earth. Well, because that's just a powder. I don't know. I think this logo might hold up for a rain or two. I don't know. Did Lyndon appear? I don't see her. Let's see. Yeah, I saw the ad for that, or maybe it was a promo with the director or something. You're talking about Nomadland, but I was confused because the thumbnail had Frances McDormand standing in profile, and then I click on the video, and then I scanned through this, I scrubbed through this whole video, and I never even saw her. So I'm confused about what it is and who's in it. Oh, the Facella. I saw that when Facelia. Is that how you say it? Facelia. I'm pretty sure that was the beautiful lilac flowers that I saw on my Desert Bloom video. That was the 50th episode of Late Bloomer, and I went up to the several deserts in the spring of 17. No, wait, 17? Yeah, 17, and that was so beautiful. Those flowers are so beautiful. Oh, Claudia is enjoying the community with a cup of coffee in her Late Bloomer mug. I can't drink coffee this late in the day, but I've had several cups of cacao. My brother and sister-in-law dropped by, and we had a little lunch on the porch. Chaga is a mushroom, and yeah, Tess is here. She was mowing her yard. Everybody's got to do it. And you know what? I've just learned? Now, bear in mind, 25 years in that house in California. Only the first couple of years was there. Well, maybe I should correct that. Probably be about 5 or 10 years it was like a patch of grass that big with weed. It was all weeds. And so there was really no mowing to speak of. And so I held off here until, what was it? Oh, gosh, you haven't even seen that video yet. Wow. About a week ago, a little over a week ago, I had it mowed, and it was like this high. And I thought, well, this is going to last me for 2 or 3 weeks. And I asked him about it, and he goes, yeah, you got to kind of watch it because, well, what happened, I didn't realize this, but when you cut the grass, it just encourages it to grow. So it just went, so it's only been like 8 or 9 days, and it's already like this feet tall, a foot tall. Northern Kentucky, Charlotte Cheek is here. Hello. I know some people are talking about bleach water on poison ivy. And when I first read that, I didn't even have any bleach. There she is. Hi. You want to say hi? Come here. Come here. Where are you? Come here. Where'd you go? Hi. It's very possible she didn't have lunch today because my brother and sister-in-law are here. Ow. Want to say hi? Say hi. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi. It looks like I'm hurting her. I'm not. If I was, she would scream. When I accidentally step on her tail or something, she screams and I scream even louder. Ooh, I can't believe that. Oh, I had, somebody was saying, who was telling me to take a really hot shower and let the hot water, as hot as I can stand it, just go on it. And I thought, that's got to spread it. It hurt so bad. I growl screamed, and I thought my neighbor is going to wonder what happened to me. Bee balm is something that I never had much luck growing catnip. But 1 year I had the most amazing bee balm, and it was, I didn't even remember having planted it and had to like research and look back at my seeds and figure out, but it was out in the parkway, and that thing, those were 3 feet tall. And I was never so pleased, but I don't have any bee balm seeds right now, so that probably won't happen. Oh, Beatrice says now what were we talking about? Epsom salt solution on bugs, well, the plants would love that. Well, Angela is talking about the Technu Extreme Poison Ivy Scrub. Well, it's sitting right over there on my counter. Unfortunately, I was not prepared for this to happen, just like I wasn't prepared for the tick thing. Now I'm told I can get this little tick removal thing, and I just wasn't prepared. I'm always late. And when I went to get the shot, the urgent care actually recommended Technu, but at that point I had already ordered it on the recommendation of a couple of fans. So I've got the Technu scrub, and so I have this plan, this really cool plan. This is not going to be right away because there's too many other things that have to happen now. But when you come out between, let's see, on the left side of the compost bin, the trail is to the right. So when you come out from the trail, you will go over to the little welcome center. There's going to be a little sink in there, and I'm going to have a little shelf, and on that's going to sit a big thing of Technu. And there will be water from rainfall. And then I'm also going to have a foot pedal faucet just to rinse off the mud off shoes, because I know that you'll get, mud up there. And then also some spray or something like that. So I'm going to have that at my welcome center, and my late bloomer garden sign is going to be on the wall of that. And I plan to have a sign this big that says, "This is what poison ivy looks like." Poison oak and ivy, I guess. And so those are some of the plans that I have, and I'm excited about. Let's see. Sprinkle Epsom salt at the base of plants. The beach lady is wondering, my tick bite is barely perceptible. I am using what I'm using on it, have been using on it for the past 4 or 5 days, is my calendula balm that I made that had calendula, sweet Annie, extra virgin olive oil, organic, what do you call the little pellets that melt? All that was in there. And so that really seems to make it good. In terms of whether I have something going on in my body yet, I don't know. I hope not. In terms of chiggers, I was recommended to get pyrethrin and to soak, because I have a friend who lives they have 40 acres in Arkansas, and they have a terrible chigger and tick and chick. Okay, let's just refer to chiggers and ticks as chicks. Okay, they have a terrible chick problem, and so he was saying that he makes us 10% solution, or 1%. Wait, I'm going to have to look that back up. A dilution of pyrethrin in water, and put amount in a garbage bag, and put the clothes that they're going to be working, their gardening or working clothes, in there, soak it overnight, and take it out the next day and put it in a hot dryer. And then you wear these clothes, and the chicks, the chiggers and ticks will not jump on you. And you have a bottle, and I've already ordered all this stuff. Then you have a spray bottle to spray your hats and your boots and everything. So I'm going to try to get organized so I don't have these problems, because this has been a huge setback. I'm so behind. Did Mary's Nest show up? There she is. And once again, folks, you see that beautiful check mark beside Mary's Nest's name, which means that she is in the over 100,000 club of YouTube, which I can't wait to join. And thank you so much for joining. Mary has been so supportive. In fact, at the bottom of my description on all of my videos, I say, I love Mary's Nest, Scott Head. Is it Go by Scott Head or Black Gumbo? And Doug and Stacy, because those 3 channels have been so good to me. And Connie is here from South Dakota. Fantastic. South Dakota was on my mind yesterday. I'm trying to think. Let's see. Wow, I'm behind. Yeah, I don't know if she is a Himalayan, because she was a mutt, referring to my cat. Her mother was a street cat that was found in Venice, California, down south of where I lived. And she was pregnant, and this guy took her in, and she had 4 cats, and there were 3 girls and a boy, and the 2 girls and a boy were black stripe, tiger stripe, short hair, and then there was her. So I don't know if she's actually part Himalayan or what. Yeah, I found the hot water to be just incredibly uncomfortable. Prepper Chick in Texas. What's your actual name? I think you're new. Are you new to my live streams? That's awesome. It was torture. It was absolute, hot water was torture. Everything, every kind of anything, it was all torture. Oh, thanks for asking, J Red. Now, J Red, can you just tell me your name again? I probably won't remember, but I'm going to try. If you're talking about that black Mustang, I haven't seen it since that day. And so I don't know what the story is. Fels naphtha. Huh, I haven't heard of that one. I'm writing that down. Fels naphtha. I could always put that on my shelf. Poison oak. I mean, it's amazing. You know, I used to go camping. I went to camping in Big Sur, and there's poison oak around, but I never got into it. I know, I just can't get over that bleach thing. Oh, I'm going to get that. I'm going to get that. Thank you, Mary. I really appreciate that. Oh, is Amal here? Amal is finally at our live streams. Amal is joining us from Saudi, no doubt. Yes, Mary, I just bought a made in the United States cast iron Dutch oven. So what do you think I should, what should be my first recipe that I cook in my Dutch oven? And it's by, I think it's by that typical company that makes the cast iron in the US, but their enamel Dutch ovens are not made in the US. They're made in China. So, where they're China or Taiwan, I'm not sure. But I got the cast iron one because I wanted it made in the US. Oh, wow. You know, Kevin, Justin, my new helper here, appears not to be allergic either. He takes no precaution, and he wears short socks, and he doesn't wear boots, and he says he doesn't get bothered by all that stuff. He's really lucky. Old Mechanic is here. Where are you writing from, Old Mechanic? Are you a gardener? I know. Won't that be cool, Mary? See, you know, I have real visions for the place. It's just going to really depend on my energy, my health, and my finances as to whether I can pull it all off. But I can imagine a lot of beautiful things happening on this front yard just from gatherings, you know, because there's kind of a long stretch here, and I could see, you know, people could park. I could put 20 cars on either side of the road, and we could have 40 people. Maybe have a little theatrical presentation. Maybe we could have singings. You know, I remember growing up, we went to singings, and my mother went to singings growing up. And who knows? I don't know. It's limitless if I have the energy and the money, because it's gonna take quite a bit of money. I mean, you know, hiring somebody full time. Right now he's working full time, but he knows that can't last. Let's see. Karen is here from Yakima, Washington. Fantastic. I was recommended to get Benadryl for my medicine chest, but you know, I haven't done that yet. Yes, I understand that. I mean, my friend hates chiggers even worse than everything else. Let me see if Mary has, by the way, I got more, I finally got all 3 bird feeders up. And yesterday, Justin and I were out there discussing, you know, he's an Army guy. And so we have something called SITREP, which is situation report. And so we have a SITREP every day. And usually it's in the morning when he gets here, but if I haven't quite gotten my act together, then it's a little bit later. Anyway, we were out having a discussion about how we're going to cover the blueberries. We've got it figured out, but at the time we were trying to figure it out, and they were the birds were going. The bird feeder was empty, on the tree closest to us, and it was like they were going in the bird feeder, going. They were like banging on this gourd, like it's empty, food. And I am not kidding. He filled up all these 3 bird feeders, and today I saw 6 birds on this one bird feeder. They're just going to town out there. Let's see. Yes, a friend of mine used Germex when I had never heard of Germex until, COVID. And he was using it for another issue, but I guess it does work for that. Somebody once told me that if you drink alcohol, that you attract more mosquitoes. You know how a lot of people go out in the evening, they have a glass of wine or something, and then they get like covered up, bit, And I don't know if that's true or not, but that made me think of that. Who said that? Lab cat. That's funny. Rebecca is actually going to be visiting at Food Forest Next Door. Is actually going to be visiting here on Friday. Hopefully, I'll have things a little bit more together by then. Yeah, Daryl's already got tomatoes in the ground and beans. I mean, I'm not even close to that. I don't even know where I'm going to plant tomatoes. I mean, I could take out my cool season stuff and put my tomatoes in my raised beds. I could do that. But I wouldn't have given my cool season vegetables very long. And it looked to me like they've already gotten a little bit burned by the sun. So I was trying to find a good tarp. I was trying to find shade cloth that had grommets, something lightweight that I could put on top of those light wire hoop things. But the only thing I could find at Home Depot was like a painter's tarp, those plastic ones that are bright blue. That's not my color scheme. So I wanted something that was, and plus I wanted it to be, I didn't want it to be waterproof. I wanted it to just knock down the heat of the sun. So if anybody has any suggestions on something reasonable, about this would need to be about 6 by 8 feet, or around there. I'd love to know. Northern Indiana says hello. Thank you, old mechanic. I appreciate that. Okay, somebody says keep grass cut. Wait, hang on. I see Mei Ling is here, but okay, keep grass cut and stay out of the woods in the summer. Yeah, so, I've got the weed eater. Yeah, no, Justin's got me all tuned up in there. I've got a weed eater, chainsaw, the mulcher, I forget what all. Julie, thank you, Julie. That's my cousin's name. Let's see. I wonder if that's what I have some poison. I had a bar of poison oak and ivy soap that I was using from day one. But I don't know if it really, I'm not sure if it kept it from spreading or not. But now I have the other, the tech new stuff. A pot roast. So, Mary, did you suggest something for my Dutch oven? Because Kevin is suggesting a pot roast. Now, I'll have to go and get a roast. I don't actually have one in my freezer. Artesian bread. Glenna, you'll have to give me a recipe. Put it underneath the video so I can find it, please. Christina is here. Hello. Yes, I'm pretty sure it's Lodge, Happy. Pork roast. Yeah, I don't have a pork roast either. I'd have to buy one. But my butcher has all that. He has all the cuts. Really great butcher. Bob the mechanic. Okay. Patricia Gray is here. Let's see. That's amazing. Patricia, you are so tough. Bye, Rebecca. Let's see. Mei Ling is here. She's my friend. I'll send you a link. Well, thank you, Mei Ling. I did finally wash my hair yesterday. Oh, gosh. Yes, I would love an amphitheater. I really would. Well, I mean, where do you find a vintage Griswold, Eric? And I love cast iron. Unfortunately, I have a glass cooktop. That's what was here, electric. And I don't know how good the cast iron is on the glass cooktop. I could probably find something like that on eBay. Let's see. Connie is here. Connie's got some beautiful flowers blooming in California. An amphitheater, usually the stage is here and then the sides go up. For some strange reason, when I first saw this property, I was seeing the people up and then the people listening down below. And I don't know if that is even, that really wouldn't work at all. But the thing is, if you're trying to do theater down by the road, you'd get drowned out. But I mean, I could definitely have a little stage down there. See, there's all kinds of things you could do if you have the money and the time. I'm going to check out that soap. A lot of people are recommending that Fells Naphtha. Amal, thank you for getting up. Go back to bed. Thank you so much for joining. I haven't seen any fire ants yet, and I hope I don't. Good night. I may have to get a flamethrower if I find fire ants. We didn't, Kristen. I'm sure it will be by. She's asking about the cistern, and after the last rain, I mean, it was filling up, but I don't know if it's full yet, to tell you the truth. But I don't know if you haven't seen the progress, but I rented a mini excavator it turns out 3 days was the same as a week, and it was over a weekend. We had 2 days of rain, so I wound up keeping this thing for a week. It's $1,000, and I'm going, oh my gosh, just for a couple of little projects, but turned out to be a little bit bigger projects than, but anyway, we ran a line from the cistern down to the lower garden. So for those dry spells and for any plants that I plant outside of the main garden, I'll have water down there if we have dry spells. And picked up some plants from Daryl day before yesterday, and be planting those down there. Planted the cannas down there. Still have some canna rhizomes. Gina's canna rhizomes still have to be planted. There's so much I need to do. I am so behind. Yeah, I know. Great. Yeah, let's just block the sun. Wow. What could go wrong? Rita Dempsey is here from Alabama. Yeah, that, when you buy that shade cloth at the garden center, it's by the yard. It's very pricey. I didn't know if anybody else had any other suggestions. Maybe I could get an old parachute or something and cut it up. Oh, really? I hadn't actually looked. I'm surprised I haven't, but I hadn't actually looked on Amazon for shade cloth. I'm making a note. Okay. Let's see. Well, even if they were, Monica, I wouldn't take it. Let's see. Mosquitoes can detect changes in carbon dioxide in their environment. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's amazing. Nature is so complex. Well, I put 2 sheets out the other day, and then I had to go out and rip them down, take it all down, because I thought, well, that's going to be a sopping mess when it rains. So I want something that, that's not like cotton that's just going to suck up all that water. I just want the water to go through it. So I'll check out the shade cloth. I think somebody had recommended one of those bread things in a Dutch oven. I think that's why I actually got it to start with. Artisan Bread with Steve makes here on YouTube. Check out Artisan Bread with Steve. Is that what you're recommending, Mary? I can't. I haven't had any bread here in a month. Cami is here. Cami, I did give you a shout out earlier, just because I'm using my mug rug. My mug is on my rug. Thank you for joining late. Yeah, see, I think I've been using cast iron the whole time because that's what I have. And I'm using it on the glass, so I'm probably ruining the glass, right? I would much prefer to have a gas stovetop, but I think, when they put all this electric stuff in, they didn't have gas up here yet, maybe. Let's see. Yeah, but the garlic powder, is the garlic powder something you put on your body, or you have to eat it? Thank you, Coco. I had a feeling, Constance. Oh, Devils, thank you. I was just looking at their greenhouses, but I think it was going to be like $1,000 or something. And I don't want to do that. So I did see a couple of greenhouses on Walmart website. I mean, I know that's all, where all that stuff comes from, but I was thinking about putting a, I don't know if this is the time. I don't think the timing is going to work. Honestly, I don't know where I'm going to plant my tomatoes or peppers. And I really don't want to have, 50 pots, 100 pots on my driveway like I did in California. So this lower ground is not prepared. It needs a lot of work. This is not prepared. This won't be prepared in time for tomatoes or anything. But I was thinking about putting a little greenhouse over here. They have a 10 by 20 by 7, and there's actually a roll-up door on it and windows. But the reviews were saying, oh, the poles are not well marked. It took us 6 hours, 3 people 6 hours to put this together, and all this junk. And I'm going. So it's got to have windows. It's got to have airflow. I can't handle no air in there. So I don't know. But I was thinking about putting the smaller silage tarp down, but I don't think the timing's going to work. It's just not enough time to kill that grass. So I don't know. Daryl, were you saying I could just punch a hole in the grass and put the tomatoes in? Were you saying that? I mean, he would have to, well, I bought an auger. That's the other thing. We have an auger. And but I mean, wrangling that thing, I mean, it's an 8-inch blade, and it's a serious thing for him to wrangle this thing. I wouldn't want to try to do it. And, if he punched, like kind of maybe a hole like that big for each tomato plant, it grinds up the soil, and then you pull back the top. You skim off the flap of the soil, and then you do the rest. I mean, could I grow tomatoes that way? I can't imagine it would work out that well, but maybe somebody has a thought on that. No honeybees, Rita. Oh, that's sad. I actually don't know if I have honeybees either. I have a lot of bumblebees. I could dig a pond, but I don't want the responsibility of a pond. Daryl has a pond. I do not want the responsibility of a pond, and I do not want a water moccasin over here, or whatever you call it. I use the all-terrain Band-Aids, so I know the brand you're talking about. So the all-terrain has something called Herbal Armor. Well, the thing is, I bought, I'm a Young Living rep, and I bought a whole bunch of, I saw this formula. It had like 8 essential oils in it or something. So I don't actually know where all my essential oils are because they're in one of these boxes that has never been unpacked. So I just have some of them, and I didn't have all the ones for this insect repellent, but I'm going to make that, and or I'm going to do that, one or the other. But I have been tucking the socks in. I haven't gotten the white socks yet. Everybody says get white socks. Okay, thank you, Patricia. Okay, thank you, Mary. Daryl is taking a vote if I should have a pond. Okay, take care, Tracy. Goat Gal is here. That's what somebody else said the other day. Get in the shower as soon as you're done and wash them off. Okay, good to know, Beach Lady. Okay, good to know, D. Bye, Edwin. Thank you. I had seven vultures flying above the bottom of my yard today. It's I don't know. I never saw an animal down there, but something had to have been there. By the way, speaking of bamboo, Daryl, I haven't had a moment. How long are those shoots going to be good for? And they're in the refrigerator. Daryl dug up a whole bunch of bamboo shoots. I was going to make a video cooking these bamboo shoots. I haven't had a moment. I mean, how long are they going to last in the fridge? I need another day to get my taxes done, at least. Oh, Daryl has a ton of varieties of bamboo. Unbelievable. What is Tom's in Pots? Good night, Beach Lady. Thank you. Has everybody hit the like button? I don't have my usual screen here, so I hope so. Please do that before you go. Interesting. Well, yeah. I don't know if I can just dig a hole in the lawn and pop in a tomato plant and expect it to do well. Rhonda is here and she's new. Please welcome Rhonda. I'm 5 minutes over. Rhonda, I usually only go for an hour. I've got so much to do. Let's see. We planning. Oh, good. I hope you make lots of money. Jack, I don't think Jack was able to join us. He made $300 yesterday on his plant sale. He had about 180 plants in 10 trays. He sold 5 trays of plants yesterday, made $300. So that's amazing. And yes, but Debbles, do you just dig a hole in your lawn? Not in a garden, but in the lawn? Yes, Mary, I can't handle the whole responsibility of the snake thing. If I looked at, oh no, I can't do it. I mean, I wouldn't mind having just something that's like about this big, but not like a big pond that I have to maintain. Well, I was seeing Jennifer. I was seeing one of the farmers on, Farmer's Friend, by the way, is where I ordered my silage tarp, and they have the best channel. Oh my God, they have the best videos, really, really high quality videos that they do of these farmers all over using their products, obviously, and they're so well made. I wish I could make a video that looked that beautiful, but there's a place called Sweeter Life Farm. No, wait, there were 2 or 3 different ones. I forget who actually said this. I think this was a different farm that was saying everything grows better in a polytunnel. Everything. There's just less pest pressure. But I mean, then you got to have, if you do that, you got to have irrigation. And I don't have any of that set up. So I don't know. Thanks, Daryl. Thanks. Well, that's interesting, Carolyn. Barefoot Farmer was pointing out that strawberries only last 2 to 3 years. And so, maybe I should just have one bed of strawberries and put my tomatoes to, I'm going to have, if it all works out, I'm going to have between 50 and 60 tomato plants. So, I mean, I just don't know how that would work. Plus, the downhill side of my terraced raised bed is, some of it is like waist high. So how do I get, I'm not going to be standing up in it. So I'm not sure how that would work, to tell you the truth. Uh, yeah, I haven't figured it out. Let's see. That's what I thought, D. Yeah, no way. Well, it's actually not all Bermuda grass. I have actually some nice grass down there. There is some Bermuda. Okay. Yes, those are that's exactly what I got. I got some other stuff too. I got rosemary and let's see. There's one or two others, but I do have citronella, peppermint, cedarwood, lemongrass, and geranium. Thank you. What did Daryl say that you agreed with? The thing, Rhonda, the thing about that is I used a lot of grow bags in California, and you have to buy so much potting soil, especially when you have 50 plants. And I've grown tomatoes in grow bags, and you really have to prune them. Um, they work much better if you had determinate tomatoes, which I don't have. Daryl wants me to do concrete reinforcement wire, a roll of that, and make them into round cages, and they'll last forever. And there's plenty of place to just store those off on the side of the forest over there when at the end of the season. But and that's fine. And Justin can make those easily, but where to put them? That's the question. Don't know. Jacqueline, I am going to have a water feature. It's kind of on the back burner until because I got a driveway full of plants that have got to get in the ground, and I got to get my taxes done. I'm going to get in a lot of trouble. Let's see. I will, Kathleen, check that out. I haven't, I looked at Facebook Marketplace a lot when I first got here. I haven't actually checked it lately. Facebook Marketplace is where I found Steve and Steve, the father and son team that made all my cedar furniture outside. Let's see. Okay. I'm going to wrap this up, everybody. Thank you for all the interaction. Yes, Devils, that's just it. If you get tomatoes set up and you got a good structure for them, they kind of take care of themselves unless you really need to, unless you're really short on space and you have to prune them. But the way Daryl is suggesting is there's no pruning. You have this cage like this, you let them grow up through the cage, and then they just they drape over the sides, and you just kind of poke it in, and there's no pruning. And I mean, I've never done it that way, so it'll be interesting. I'd like to try it. That's what I'm worried about, Edwin. That's what I'm worried about. You see, Daryl has a dog, so he can kind of, the dog's always out patrolling. Let's see. Most average food. Thank you, Rhonda. Barbara from Texas, hello. Thank you so much. Okay, everybody. Thank you so much. It was great for everybody to be here, and I just really appreciate all your support. I hope you managed to hit the like button, tell the people about my channel. I need it to grow to keep going. So if you enjoy what I do here, and I know a lot of my videos at the moment aren't how to do this and how to do that, but my focus has to be on developing this property, and hopefully there's going to be enough people interested in seeing what I do here and how I problem solve here to grow the channel. So please be sure and recommend it to at least one friend this week. I really appreciate it. God bless you all and have a safe week. I don't even know how to end it. I'm on the wrong screen. No, that's not right. There we go. It's still on. I don't even know how to stop. It's so funny. Okay, just say goodbye, everybody, while I try to figure out how to get off of this. There's like there's no end. There's no way to end it. Okay, I'm just going to have to quit it somehow. I don't even know if it will quit it, though. That's just it. I've never seen this screen before, so I don't even know how to do it. I'm just going to click it off. Bye.